Would you date with an American?
With an American, yeah. I did it in the past.
I beg your pardon?
And I actually like it. I love it because Americans are very different than Colombians. They are always like, they appreciate you a lot. They tell you that you're looking beautiful because maybe in US, the girls don't get ready like a lot like us. You know how that bitch
Bruh.
You heard it. The dreadheads do it the best. So for me, it's like very nice that a guy appreciate you all the time. So that's very cool. I like it. It's very nice. And in Colombia, we love foreigners. Everything different is very nice.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
Passport Bros, your ultimate travel companion. Download the app for free and embark on a journey where your adventures not only become unforgettable memories, but also opportunities to earn. With Passport Bros, your travel content is more than just photos and videos. It's your ticket to a fully monetizable network of like-minded adventurers. Imagine making money from your travel stories. Post videos, share your experiences, and let the world be a part of your journey. But that's not all. Connect with travelers from around the globe, join co-ed groups, and make lasting friendships, perhaps even with foreign women who share your passion for exploration. And here's the best part. Store your earnings securely in your Passport Bros wallet. No hassle, no worries. Just seamless transactions wherever your travels take you. Looking for the best local experiences? Passport Bros has got you covered. Get personalized recommendations for tour guides, rentals, and the hottest clubs in town. Did we mention the app is absolutely free to download? That's right. Your passport to a world of adventure is just a click away. And here's the cherry on top. With Passport Bros, you can make money while exploring new places. Turn your passion for travel into a source of income, right from your mobile device. So what are you waiting for? Download Passport Bros now, share your journey, connect with fellow explorers, and let the adventure begin.
Download now on the App Store and Google Play.
All right, we here. We are live. Welcome, family, to another show. Like always, I got my man Flight Madness in the building. We're gonna hop right into it. What's going on with you today, bro?
Hey, enjoying a good. What's today? It's about to be Wednesday right now, man. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you out there as the official Passport Bro Asian correspondent.
Yeah. You know, holding it down over in Asia, enjoying it, bouncing between countries. You know, having a lot of crazy stories.
Yeah, you've been to a lot of countries over in Asia. How many countries you've been to? You've been to Japan, and how many countries you been to?
You see, I lived in Korea for a year. Been in China for almost 10 years. I was in Japan, Thailand, Philippines. Yeah, I think those. Oh yeah, Kazakhstan, Central Asia. You know, I'm hitting different places. I'm gonna collect a few new stamps in the new year too.
You mentioned Thailand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, man, you've been kind of the topic of a few controversies as of late. You've been kind of mini viral within this space to a certain degree with the Kazakhstan situation. But you get a lot of, I'm not going to say necessarily criticism or anything like that, but you do get a lot of comments about maybe you're not giving all the way 100 information about living in Asia as a black man.
Oh man. I mean, one thing, I mean, for me, I kind of pride myself on always telling the truth. So like, there's not really, I give my perspective, but I don't ever think I've ever lied. So like, maybe some guys think I've lied, but like, I'm pretty proud of the fact that in all of my videos, everything I've said, it's pretty much been 100% true. It might be just from my perspective, but it's definitely, I've always thought I spoke the truth about everything I said. I never intentionally deceived anybody. So.
Okay. And we got our first super chat of the day, man. I'm going to give a shout out to my man, Kirby Films, for the follow-up chat, man. I really appreciate that. He says, what's up, BMT gentlemen? Travel safety. All right. So yes, travel safety is very important. And you know what's interesting, man? They just put out. Which, matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can pull this up real quick. Give me a second, fam. I just posted this not too long ago. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up. But they just dropped the most dangerous cities in 2024. All right. And of course, not one Asian country was on the list. Like, not even, I don't think it was close. It's pretty safe out there where you at, right? I mean, I know it's safe in Thailand.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to like, okay, in China, people drive kind of crazy sometimes. That's like the only time I feel unsafe.
Mm-hmm.
Or like when I'm in Thailand, when I'm on like a bike or a motorbike, like to get around for transportation. Even in Indonesia, oh, I forgot to say, yeah, I've been to Indonesia, like in Bali, people just ride around on motorbikes, and I've always felt that was like a little dangerous. That's like the only time I feel like my life is at risk in Asia. Really, I never really like have any other fears besides just dying in a car crash.
Yeah, now that right there is crazy because they drive on the opposite side of the road out there too, right? In China.
Not in China. I think it's in Thailand. They drive on the opposite side of the road, right?
Yeah. And you know what's funny, man? You think it's like a harsh adjustment, but it's really not, believe it or not, because you always just kind of more or less following traffic. You know, I was kind of taken aback by it for a couple of months when I first moved out there because I'm like, man, I don't know if I should be driving my bike because I might, just forget one day and ride down the wrong side of the road. But it comes quite quick, actually. It comes quite quick. But give us a rundown of what happened to your because you got like a lot of positives, but give us a little rundown about what happened to people that don't know in Kazakhstan while I look for this.
Okay, I was thinking about this today, y'all. So my first Kazakhstan video, it went viral when I talked about how, like a 5'5" goon ran up on me when this Kazakhstan girl started talking with me. And then second video I made, yeah, he was like a small guy, man. I could have strangled him easily, but I don't want to do that. I'm a nice guy. But then my second video, I was surprised. It went even more viral. So my second Kazakhstan video is almost gonna hit 100,000 views. My first video did like 25K views. Second video just blew up even higher. So I'm really it seems like people really want that Kazakhstan content. But yeah, but basically when you're out there, for me, I stand out a lot. So it's not just a black thing. It's just like me being black, I stand out more than other people. So when a guy looks at me, he knows that I'm not from there. So when he sees me with a girl, he's like, okay, that foreigner, he's with our women. If I was like a Asian looking person, or I mean, look, it happens to white guys too. Like I have friends like, a guy, he's Australian. He worked in Kazakhstan for many years, and he told me many stories about how Kazakh guys would try to fight him and how fights happen. So even if you're a white guy, it still can happen to you. Basically, those guys, they fight a lot. So but the women are very beautiful. Actually, man, look, I didn't tell you this, Aaron. This just happened a couple nights ago, right? Mm-hmm. I met this Xinjiang girl when I was in Bangkok. So Xinjiang is the part of China. It's like the west part of China. And they're kind of like the religious Muslim part of China. Mm-hmm. And I met this girl. She's Xinjiang, but she's Kazakh. So she's a Xinjiang Kazakhstan girl. So her blood is like 100% Kazakh. We met in Bangkok, and she lives in my city here in Chengdu. So earlier this week, we kind of linked up. We've been keeping in touch, and we had a good time. And she gave me this Kazakhstan or Xinjiang tea. It's like some kind of tea. I haven't tried it yet, but that's what's cool, y'all. Like Asia's so cool, man. Like you go to one country and you bump into a girl, and like y'all can meet up later in a different country. It's like crazy. Like I don't know anywhere else in the world where it's this easy to like meet random women. And then like you guys can like meet up later. It's only like a few hour plane ride away, and you have a great time together. I really love Asia. So
okay, all right. And shout out to Wade Nobis Martuccio, Retro Game and Cartoon Homework. God damn, that's a long ass name, bro. He said not a lot of travel bros agree with this one. Some travel bros love Asia because of peace, Less crimes. They're just not the women. It's just not the women, bro. All right, good point. Good point. Mentioning that, hold on, let me pull that up. They actually came out with the most dangerous cities in the world, 2024. Okay, of course, Caracas was number one. That's it out there in Venezuela. And as you can see, you got South Africa, Johannesburg, number 4. Rio de Janeiro is number 7. I didn't really feel too unsafe in Rio, but of course I was in like more of the, I guess you want to say touristy areas to a certain degree. Can you guys see that now?
Yeah.
Fortaleza, haven't been there. Salvador, that's interesting. But as you guys can see, Memphis, Tennessee is number 11. Now, I would swear it would have been Medellin or something like that, but apparently Memphis, Tennessee is more dangerous than Medellin, Colombia. That's kind of strange. All right, so Port of Spain is there. Another city in Brazil. Then you got Rosario. Do you know what? That flag looks familiar, Rosario.
That's Argentina, I think. That's Argentina flag, I think.
Yeah, you know what, man? I seen a little mini series about a soccer player on Netflix, like the Spanish Netflix, and I had no idea it'd be going down to Argentina like that. Bro. Like they serious out there. Some of them cities. All right, you got Baltimore coming in at number 15. Now I'm gonna go over this list on another show again to get more in detail, but Baltimore came in at number 15. We all know about The Wire and everything like that. I thought that they had kind of cleaned Baltimore up, but apparently it's still popping. And you got Guayaquil. That's probably going to be in Guatemala, I think. All right. Detroit is number 17. So you got about what? 1, 2, 3, 4 American cities above Tijuana and above Cape Town, South Africa. So that kind of lets you know. And it's not one Asian country or Asian city on this list. All right. So it's nowhere near it. So there you go, guys. That's the list. All right. All right, so Danny, I want to get right to it though, man. So somebody posted this clip in the Passport Bros Facebook group, and I sent it to you right away. So the thing about the Passport Bros, a lot of times we're so-called looking for quote unquote traditional women, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of us that haven't been overseas are under the assumption that any country outside the West is going to be more traditional. So I'm going to play this clip here real quick. I just had it up. Hold on. And I want your response on this, man, because it seemed like she's not meeting the narrative that some of the Passport Bros are expelling. All right, let's go.
Where would I go to find a great girlfriend?
I think you should just go to the rural area because they grow them cute and they are not polluted by capitalism because all the major cities like Beijing and Shanghai. How much money you have?
Really?
What car you drive?
Wow.
The nice Chinese girl in the rural area who grew up raising sheep and cows and feeding pigs and growing corns, they just have big hand and big feet to work. They don't even know they are pretty. And they would just feel very lucky to find a nice man who respects them and love them.
If I were to go to Asia, where would I go to find a great girlfriend?
I think you should just go to the rural area because they grow them cute and they are not polluted by capitalism because all the major cities like Beijing and Shanghai. How much money you have?
Really?
What car you drive?
Wow.
The nice Chinese girl in the rural area who grew up raising sheep and cows and feeding pigs and growing corns, they just have big hand and big feet to work. They don't even know they are pretty. And they would just feel very lucky to find a nice man who respect them and love them.
If I were
Okay, Danny. So you want to respond to that, man, because you've been saying this about traditional women, and she's basically saying that the only way you can get them are like right off the form, which in some cases is the same way in America too. So do you want to explain yourself to this, brother?
I mean, first of all, this lady has like a really thick Chinese accent, and I kind of wonder if it's real. I haven't heard like that kind of accent from an Asian woman in a long time. It's kind of stereotypical. But okay, for me, guys, when I first came to Asia, I was kind of like I was kind of infatuated by the idea of like innocent women, like innocent, untouched, like virgin women. I think a lot of passport. Okay. We can't say that. We can't say that on
yeah.
Okay, but basically, yeah, like that was kind of my thing, and then I kind of got disenchanted from it. Like I realized it's not as great as guys think it is. Like like that kind of traditional thing, like it can be good for some situations, like for marriage, but if you're like a young guy coming over here to date, you don't want to really date a traditional woman. Like so I think, and the thing is, like, a lot of guys when they first get overseas, they aren't going to be interested in like marriage immediately. Like I think very few guys are like, I'm ready to get married right now. There's some guys who are, but I think a lot of guys just want to have fun for the most part. So yeah, I think you guys probably are going to get very turned off when you actually meet like a traditional woman, because you probably aren't ready for that right now. I know a lot of guys just want to have fun. Now,
I think when they say traditional woman, I don't think they necessarily mean like the Andy Beaver, wife type or anything like that. Well, let me take that back. They're not saying that in the form of she has to be, that pure or anything like that. They're just saying more of let the man be the lead. I don't think they're saying that per se. Like they're saying more like, okay, they're playing traditional roles within the relationship. So she's not putting her career above the family. She's putting the family above her career. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Guys are looking at. We're not like going overseas to kind of look for, the little villages and raid villages and nothing like that. Looking for untouched like that. Most guys kind of, especially American men, we don't even have that mindset per se, for the most part.
Yeah. So I think generally the majority of women you meet, like even now, like for the younger generation of women, like you might hear them say like feminist stuff because like now like the internet's global, right? So
in China,
yeah, even in China, like the girls who speak English, like they have Instagram, like they watch these kind of videos of like they watch the same videos that American women are watching. So a lot of these countries, man, in Thailand too, man. So it's like it is growing in like the younger generation of women, that kind of, but the thing is, it's just not practical to be that. In Asia, it's not practical for a woman to try to be independent because they just don't make as much money. So even if a woman, like a lot of these girls are kind of delusional, right? Like they don't understand that they're not American. Like I had an ex-girlfriend who like she would watch a lot of those feminist videos and like she just it didn't process in her mind that okay, you're Chinese, you're not American. American women can be independent and they can like kind of earn their own money and the government will help take care of them if they have like if they're a single mother, etc. You don't have that same option over here in China. So a lot of these, some girls, they're going to realize when they get older, like, when they reach that certain age and they realize that kind of feminism mindset is keeping them single and unmarried. A lot of them, they switch it up. But like when they're young and hot, when like the girl's like young and hot and like she's under the age of 26, she can kind of live in that kind of fantasy land of like, yeah, I'm like an independent woman, like those women on Instagram that I watch. I don't need no man, but she definitely gonna realize she's gonna need a man when she gets older. But going like this, what this lady's talking about here, these rural women, that is true. Like you can go out to like a lot of those women are in the big cities though, right? Like a lot of like the Chinese government, they're making it so that a lot of people have to come to the big city to work and like get a job. So like you can find like a lot of those traditional women in the big city because they have to come here to make money. You don't have to go out to the farmland. Like I know in the Philippines, a lot of guys like to do that. Go out to the farmland, find a traditional woman, and then you're out there with no Wi-Fi, out there with your own farm or some crazy stuff like that. You don't have to do that in China, man. You can find traditional women right here in the big city.
Okay, so I know in Thailand, one of the cultural sayings they have is when you are two people, you're like an elephant, right? Whereas the man is the front legs of the elephant and the woman is the rear legs of the elephant. And the man pretty much gives, the elephant, because you're one, the man pretty much gives direction to the woman. He's like the support system, basically. Is that similar to kind of like how the culture is in China? Do they within the culture, do they kind of preach, marriages and relationships and how the man should be the head of the household, or is it just kind of like all over the place?
Not really. Honestly, I feel like Chinese guys are relatively beta in that they kind of give their wallet to the wife. Like the woman kind of controls a lot. Basically, and it's pretty common in Asia, like even in Japan, right? A lot of men, like they make the money and the woman controls the finances. That seems pretty common in a lot of Asian marriages. This whole like the man is the man and the woman should be submissive thing. I think I'm not sure where that came from, but based off what I've seen, it's kind of a myth. It's like a lot of relationships are kind of 50-50 in that people play their roles. But it's definitely not like you snap your fingers and the woman will follow your lead like you're like the head in charge. Like they want to be led, but it's also like, they have to allow themselves to be led. So it's kind of a 50-50. Like they have to accept your leadership and they have to trust your leadership. You're not going to be granted. They might grant you some kind of leverage where they trust you a little bit, but generally you do have to earn their trust because they're not going to just do everything you say. Like, I think some men have this fantasy of, I'm the head of the household, the woman does what I say, but that's not really how it works in a lot of relationships that I've seen.
Okay. I want to give a shout out to my man, We Was Wolves. He says the problem with a lot of fools looking for traditional women is they aren't traditional men themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good point because you can't be necessarily going 50-50 and still be the director of the relationship. Like, as soon as they start splitting up the bills with you, it's like somewhat of an equal partnership. And it's nothing really truly equal in this world, especially when it comes to just two people within a relationship. So generally speaking, if you are the main provider of the household, you're probably going to have more leverage in the relationship because she definitely needs you. And I think we see a little bit more of that, as far as I know, more in the Southeast Asian countries. Would you agree with that, Danny? Or
Yeah. So the thing about China, South Korea, and Japan is that the women in those countries are more educated. They have kind of higher access to income. So they can they'll definitely be better. Like their life will be better if they had a man, but they can mostly survive for themselves. Like they can find a job. It might not be a great job, but they can find a job that they can allow them to support themselves. And they also can depend on their parents a little bit. It's pretty common for women, even for Asians, like all the way up until their 30s or whatever, to live with their parents or to get financial support from their parents. So it's pretty common. But yeah, in Southeast Asia, you definitely have more financial leverage. And I think that's great because it just kind of gives you it doesn't give you complete power, guys. Like, I believe that if a woman is beautiful, she always has access to guys who have at least some money. Unless it depends on the economy, right? It depends on the place. But I think generally speaking, beautiful women, they always have access to men who are willing to spend some money on them. So don't think that your money is going to give you 100% leverage. It just helps some. Someone says I'm contradicting myself. I want to hear what this person's saying.
yeah, I seen that. I don't know if they meant me or you contradicting yourself.
Yeah, maybe you can give more detail about the contradictions.
Yeah, Samsonite-ish. Let us know in the comment section, or if you want, we can drop a link real quick if you want to pull up. All right. Man, you guys with these names, man. I'm just gonna say MT. How about that? It's bigger than paying for everything. You must know how to lead if you want a traditional relationship. That's very true. I do believe in that. You got to have a level of maturity. You can't be sitting there blowing all your money at the club and bars, chasing women, and still trying to be ahead of a relationship. That's why in a lot of cases, a lot of men are truly not really ready until they like 35 up and up. You know what I mean? For a real relationship, in my opinion, because we count relationships in high school and college like, oh, that's my girlfriend and everything. But the truth of the matter is we just kind of smash it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have somewhat of a title, and a lot of us are going to betray that title, especially early on. And so, generally speaking, I think like a man in his mid-30s gets in that area where he knows what the biggest problem is. You don't know what you're looking for when you're young, especially when coming from the Black community, because a lot of us came up in broken homes. So once you get older, you had a lot of trial and error. Now you know how to pick them, because that's the main thing right there, is kind of knowing how to choose and how to pick. Like, I didn't really know myself until I was damn near 36, 37, the type of female that, I like to be with, basically. I prefer that kind of catches my vibe. I like the the kind of laid back, nerdy females to a certain degree. I don't really like all that. So I see a lot of that with the younger guys. They just don't know what to choose. They really be trying to wife up women that's just not wifey material. That'd be the main problem that I see for the most part. Really with my guys, under 35 and stuff like that. So that's the issue. You got to really know how to choose them first. All right? And that goes for abroad too. That goes because I think some guys get in relationships thinking that, okay, she's Brazilian, she's Colombian, and she's on the surface a little bit more submissive and feminine than the women in the States. And in a lot of cases they are, but you still have those relationship issues, right? I give you a prime example in the building that I live in. I'll tell you about this earlier, that it was a Colombian woman and a Dominican guy. And I remember running into him a few times because she was nice. Of course, she's Colombian. And I remember looking at them and saying in my head, oh, that shit ain't gonna last 2-3 months. Right? Because in my head, I've been there. I've been there. I've had ex-girlfriends that we lived together in our 20s, early 20s and everything like that. And what the man is thinking is, I'm gonna get access to sex whenever I want. That's why I'm gonna let her move in. What the woman is thinking is, I'm gonna be comfortable, I'm gonna be safe, and in some cases I get to stack up my bread while he pays all the bills, right? So little behold, like a month later, they start fighting and everything. They in the rent office outside by the pool fighting and everything. Because I'm like, yeah, I've been there before, bro. Y'all too young. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And that's what a lot of young people go through. They've already left the building and everything like that. Easy. She wasn't really ready to settle down, and he wasn't really ready. He just thought he was gonna get some consistent cooch. But we all know men that's lived with women for over a couple of years. We all know that's just not the case. You got maybe 3-4 months before they kind of slow it down. And then when they slow it down, you're going to be frustrated because you got this pretty, beautiful woman not giving you none in your own house. You're going to start thinking in your head, okay, who she's giving it to when she's not giving it to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that whole little cycle, and I see it so many times, man. See it so many times. Like, our grandparents had it figured out. They got married pretty young. My grandparents was married like 18, 19, 60, 70 goddamn years and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that generation kind of had it figured out. This new generation, almost worldwide, bro. It's just not mathing up right. We remixing the roles of relationship now, and it's just confusing for both parties. So all women, regardless of beauty, has access to men. Yeah, we know that. That doesn't, bro. What is up with these names today in this chat, man? What these YouTube names, bro? We got some hella long ass YouTube names. That doesn't work for me, brother. All right. It says all women, regardless of beauty, has access to men. Yeah, we all know that. I mean, men are dogs. We animals, bro. We'll hit 9% of us will hit anything moving. All right, that even remotely looks like a female. Waddy says, I think the guy has to earn her submissiveness. I mean, I don't know, man. You kind of putting yourself in a position, really, to be honest with you, in a lot of Eastern cultures, the family has already kind of prepped the woman. Like, how you in school, you got college prep, and you got vocational school. It's really the family that's kind of preparing that woman for marriage. Like, the fact that you think you have to influence a woman or coerce a woman or try to train a woman, that'd be the problem. That'd be the issue right there. Let me bring my Danny back on. And we come from a system of diaries, by the way, family. And I know a lot of guys in the chat probably look at diaries like hell to the gnaw. I had my man Anton Daniels on here. We had a back and forth about diaries and everything. I personally don't have an issue with a diary because you're paying it because they've already pretty much baked within the woman, within their daughter, how she can be a good, she's going to be, they put the ingredients in her basically for her to be a good wife. And they started young. It's very important to start young with that type of mentality of a woman. All right. Okay, somebody said Danny has 2 Chinese girls from your last video. They were nice.
I think he's talking about the Cheesecake Factory video. I just dropped it. Okay.
Danny, you in there? Matter of fact, man, we can pull that up. Let me see if I can pull that
Yeah,
up.
yeah, it'd be good. Yeah, I want to show you guys that video because like those two girls in the video, they're kind of an example of like modern girls who are like they can still be pretty traditional even though they're kind of modern. So it's like I feel like a lot of guys don't understand that women can work and they can like want to make money and be a little bit independent while still mostly being traditional. Like for that girl in the video, like if I wanted to like be the provider and like, you know, have her like play that traditional role, she would happily do that because she knows that working a job is pretty terrible. She's only doing that because she kind of has to. But she would be happy to just like, you know, have me like take care of her and like do all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you know, yeah. And if you want to see the girls, I guess we could skip ahead to like maybe the 6-minute mark or something where like the girls talking about, hey, I just did my job interview, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, around there.
Okay.
Or even like maybe the 5-minute mark would be good. Yeah, but it's whatever.
All right.
Yeah, they're good.
And you still getting money, man. It's good.
I sent my resume to more than 10 companies.
But it's good too. It's better than none. Like you got 2 companies who want to give you interviews, and that's good. A lot of people, you know, like when I was in school, a lot of people have a difficult time finding a job after they graduate. So, you know, it's good. You got companies that want to give you an interview. Here it is. It's the famous Cheesecake Factory, the infamous Cheesecake Factory. I know all you guys in America love this place, man. Yeah, we got Cheesecake Factory here in China, man. Yeah. It's the place. Cheesecake Factory. Woo, look at this. All right, we're going to go in and get whatever we want, y'all. It's good. Whoa, y'all, look at this. Beautiful.
Daniel, where you be getting them berets from, brother? I got to give you one, man. Where you get? Where you getting the joints from?
I make them myself, man. Like I buy like the fabric and I just take it to a tailor and I cut it up, man.
Okay, dope. That's dope, man. That's dope. Okay.
America,
Thanks,
I left America like 10 years ago. I guess before Cheesecake Factory got popular. So I don't know if it's the same. Yeah, we can sit over here. You want? They're giving us the menu. Get whatever you like, y'all. Whatever you like, man. It's no problem. Get whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. Whatever you like. Get whatever you like. It's no problem.
点心.
So tell me, cake. Yeah, cakes you can choose. And they also got full menu. So 你要点什么就点什么，没问题就点什么。
Wow, you're so
generous. Yeah, generous guys. The English teaching though, man. That's how we do it, man. English teaching.
Okay.
Do whatever you like, ladies. Whatever. It's cool with me.
So both of us speak pretty good English.
The girl on the left speaks pretty good English. The girl on the right says okay English.
Okay.
I haven't. There's so many hamburgers.
They had a hard time choosing the food they wanted because like that menu has so many items.
Nachos. 我真的要吃一个蛋糕，我真的要。You have a sweet tooth? You think you can eat 蛋糕?
Yeah, but not too much. That's okay.
Okay, they give it pretty big cake. They give it pretty big. Like the cake is pretty big.
I can't eat.
Oh yeah.
I think we can't finish it.
Bro, it's just amazing to me, and I'm not trying to rag on American women at all, bro, because they, you know, you got some feminine American women out there too, but you can just kind of feel it soaking, like coming off of them. You know, you just kind of feel it easily, and I think we've both been around it for so long, we don't even like recognize it until we get back to the States, and we be like, "Oh, what the hell is this?"
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, man. Like those two girls, like they're kind of modern Chinese girls. They're not farm girls, but they're very feminine, right? And like, you know, they both were at a job fair earlier that day. They were looking for jobs, but like, you know, like sometimes girls just want to work just so that they're not like 100% fully dependent on some guy. And I fully respect that. I understand like some girls, you don't want to put all your eggs 100% like just in one basket. Like, you want to have some kind of independence a little bit. but really like they prefer if like they had a guy that they could trust who could like take care of them and be that guy for them. So that's how it is. That's what a modern Chinese girl is like.
Okay, so what the lady was saying in the podcast about them all wanting, cars and how much money you make, that's not the general vibe, or?
Not really. That's kind of incorrect. Maybe in Shanghai, but it's like, yeah, girls want to date a rich guy, but it's not like a requirement, really. Like, honestly, unless she's like really, really, most girls just want a guy who they enjoy spending time with, and like, money can help if like it can help give her like, in Chinese they call it like a sense of security. So money can give the woman a sense of security that, hey, this guy can take care of me, etc. But the biggest important thing is that she likes spending time with you. There are lots of rich guys in China. There are lots of rich guys that girls don't like here because some of those guys are just dorks who try to spend their parents' money. So yeah.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna go back to that. Damn it.
I understand. I mean, honestly, I'm looking at the buffalo wings. They got fried macaroni and cheese. What? So they got fried macaroni and cheese over here. What's this? Fried macaroni and cheese. They got buffalo wings. They got nachos. Oh, they bringing us bread, y'all? Bread and butter? What?
And the dogs and cats. There's a vocabulary about the dogs and cats. About the rain. So what's the correct sentence?
It's raining cats and dogs.
Oh, it's raining cats and dogs.
Yeah.
You're so smart. Like a children.
Look at these cakes.
Those cakes are big, y'all. Those cakes are gigantic.
I was gonna get the red velvet back there. Look how big it is. Look how big it is. And these cakes are huge, y'all. These are like American-sized portions here. You enjoyed enough? I seen that.
Just I think if you want to eat cake, this one is a lot. I know it's like nice too big.
Too big?
Yes, you can.
A lot of items on there is very difficult to choose. I've heard that from different people. But I think the quality here is pretty good. Like the cakes look really amazing. So we'll see how
American capitalism, boy. Our companies be everywhere, all around the world, making everybody fat.
Yeah, man. Those cakes big, man. I ate 2 of those cakes. For me, if I eat a lot of sugar, man, it hurts my teeth, man. Those cakes are freaking gigantic, man. It's pretty good value, I think. They give you a lot. They give you your money's worth.
Is it like expensive, like the States expensive, or it's kind of moderate?
It's fairly. It's kind of rich Chinese people go to that restaurant. Like every time, like later on in the video, some Chinese dude walked in. He's wearing like authentic, like Hugo Boss. He's like basically rich Chinese people go to that restaurant. But it's fairly for a person making a decent salary. Like I do English teaching, so if you're making a decent salary, you'll be all right.
Okay. So generally speaking, I don't know if you showed it in the video. Did you show how much the meal was in the video?
I forgot how much the meal was. Let me do a calculation on my phone. But it wasn't expensive. It wasn't too bad. Let me see how much it was. I think at max it was like how much? Maybe $60 at the most. All right, $60 for a meal for 3 people. I think that's like the most it was, like maybe 60 something dollars. So not too bad for like a fairly fancy restaurant where you take a girl there. She's probably never been there before. Like you take a Chinese girl, like those 2 Chinese girls, they don't often get to eat this kind of foreign food. So you take them there as like a special experience for them.
Okay. All right. Danny, I think you might be contradicting yourself, brother, because you just said that it's not about the money, but this video, you out there balling.
I mean, it doesn't. It's not. It's like it's okay. Like that's 3 people right there. I'm paying for 3 people, and for me, I'm getting a lot of food because I'm trying to make a good video. Like, and normally, if it's just me and another girl, it'll probably be half that amount. So, like for like $30-something, you can take a girl to like a fancy restaurant, and it's a great experience for her. So that's one of the great things about Asia, y'all, especially Southeast Asia. I mean, I think Asia in general is just super affordable. Like even when I was in Kazakhstan, I took girls to like pretty nice restaurants, and I didn't feel like I was breaking the bank at all, and I was giving the girl a pretty good experience because she doesn't get to eat like that all the time. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, good point. Let's continue with the video.
Wow，可以，谢谢。
Bro, I think you know what? I think Cheesecake Factory in the States. I know it was expensive when I left, so that's a big difference because in the States you spending for 3 people, you spending maybe like $200-$300, bro.
Whoa, wow.
Let us know like how much would a 3 what's that about 3? That's like 3 meals, right? About 3 meals.
I got like 3 dishes, so I got like a noodles, a salad, and a pizza, and I got drinks for the girls, and I got 2 big cakes. And yeah, you know, we got pretty good value for the cost. I felt pretty satisfied with everything, you know.
Hold on, I gotta ask the chat, man. How much is that in America? Because I think in America you run at least 200, bro.
I never had Cheesecake Factory in the States. Maybe it's not in Arkansas. It wasn't in Arkansas when I was there.
Okay, somebody said maybe about 75 to 120. I guess that's not bad in the States. Maybe because Atlanta, I know Cheesecake Factory was expensive. I know when I went to Cheesecake Factory, I was dropping at least 100, 150. You know, that was back in the 2000s, man, early 2000s. So maybe they cut their prices or something. I'm not sure. All right. All right, so let's see a little bit. Okay, hold on.
Maybe you can skip to the part where we bring out the cakes. I think the cakes come right there around the cakes are right there. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, this is hold on.
Yeah, make sure you watch that ad, BMT. You gotta support my video, man. Click those ads, man.
There you go.
That revenue. It's fine. We can skip it. It's cool. Mm-hmm. They're taking photos of it. They like it. See?
Yeah, man, they taking photos of this luxury cake, man. These luxury cakes. Dang, all these cakes are huge, man. They give you good value over here in China.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Pablo. I thought it would be about $200. I don't know what these guys talking about in the chat. They hadn't been a Cheesecake Factory in the States.
Whoa.
Somebody said, hey, we got a troll in here. Somebody said, Chinese restaurant.
Oreo.
And this one?
Red velvet.
Okay. 好吃吗？好好吃。
好吃。Yeah.
尝一下。
可以尝一下。
再上子哦，太大了，现在要快给它弄上来。对啊。哇！有点硬哎。
Yeah. Hard. That's the cookies. Yeah, that's the cookie. So there's the cookies inside of it.
It looks so sweet for me.
Yes,
可以吗？可以。Yeah, see?
可以。
The special Oreo cake, the special, different. See, man, you guys gotta take girls to the Cheesecake Factory, the kind of girls who appreciate the Cheesecake Factory. Man. You can't just be taking any girls who don't appreciate it and they complaining about it, man. You can't be taking those types of women, man. Only take them if they appreciate it. Whoa. I like that slicing, yeah. All right, y'all. She just reminded me to remind y'all to click like and subscribe on this video, man.
Subscribing.
Yeah, subscribing, man. We over here taking ladies to the Cheesecake Factory, showing y'all this international lifestyle, man. It's nothing, man. English teaching money, man. You can take them wherever, man. It's whatever.
Danny out there stunned like baby bird man out there, man. You stunned out there, bro.
Yeah. That's a good restaurant, y'all. I think that might be my new favorite restaurant, man. Like their menu is amazing. Like they got everything pretty much. I think that might be my favorite restaurant, y'all. Maybe it's like cliche, right? Like a passport bro saying that Cheesecake Factory is his favorite restaurant, and American women clowning guys for taking them to Cheesecake Factory. But I think I really like it. You know, it's pretty good quality there. And their salads, Their salads are like amazing.
Okay. Somebody said I haven't been nowhere. I've been all around the world, brother, and I've definitely been in San Francisco like at least 10, 15 times. I had a girlfriend out there in the Bay. Matt, to the Mad Hatter. All right.
Hey, BMT, man. We talking about Asia now. Can we like plug my that Asia travel checklist, man, for you guys who want to travel to Asia, man?
Yeah, you got it in the let me pull this up real quick.
Yeah, y'all, I got this I made an Asia travel checklist. So for you guys who want to travel to Asia, you know, you want to know like, hey, what do I need? What's good for the environment? I made a checklist for you guys. So just go to my website. It's free, flightmadness.com. Get that Asia travel checklist, man. I've been over here for like 10, 11 years. And, you know, I just wanted to give y'all something that, hey, like when you're packing your bags, just make sure like, hey, you got everything you need. I just scroll through the checklist. Bam, I'm ready to go on that flight. I don't have to worry about missing nothing, man. It makes your life so easy and simple. So just go to the get your Asia travel, you know, get that Asia travel checklist, man. Makes your life easier for traveling in Asia.
Okay, excellent, man. Let me drop a link in the chat real quick for that. Hold on a second. Drop a link in the chat. Where we at? Oh, we at private chat. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, and y'all, those ladies were very feminine, y'all. Like those ladies, like those girls, and they're good girls, man. Like for me, like, you know, I'm not trying to smash every girl that I put in my video, but like if I wanted to have like a real solid girlfriend, that girl in the video who's sitting next to me, she's pretty good, man. I mean, she's my type physically. She's educated. You know, she's pretty great personality. Doesn't complain. She's pretty good. So for me, if I was like trying to like get like a real Chinese girlfriend, right now I'm kind of like I'm traveling, so I'm not really trying to get like in any serious relationships right now. Like I'm trying to bounce from country to country. You know, I got girls bringing me tea and stuff like that, man. I'm not trying to settle down right now, but yeah, man. She's a high quality girl, and she's like a modern Chinese girl. Like she's educated, she wants to work, but she's also down to be, you know, kind of like the girlfriend who is like, you know, traditional.
All right, Zen San says pretty soon they're going to be demanding you to pay their college tuition in the U.S. for a date. Okay, all right.
They probably already are, man.
All right, now Danny, you dropped this blog. Like you do you want to talk about your blogs too? You do write blogs?
Yeah, guys. So like for me, I love writing, and I have like a lot of stuff I like to write about, and it's kind of controversial sometimes, but I feel like, you know, for example, on the website, if you go to the Asia part, I wrote a bunch of articles about Asia, Kazakhstan, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, you got free time, you can read through that, maybe share your opinion about it. But like I wrote another article recently about, I posted in a travel group, man. Those Facebook travel groups, like those black travel groups, man, with a bunch of women in them, man, those places are just like, I don't know what they trying to do. Like they trying to, like those women are like the slave masters in those groups. Like they crack the whip. They see you with like a non-black woman, and they just start, you know, they come out, they hound you, man. They try to crack the whip. Like, nah, man, you get out of here. Like, we don't support guys like you. So I wrote an article about like how I posted photos. BMT, can you scroll up a little bit? I think I posted like a screenshot of the, I think you scroll up. If you scroll up the other way. Yeah, like, okay, you see a Bangkok photo, right? Me and the girl with the blonde hair.
Yeah,
right there. Yeah. I posted that photo in a black travel group, and like I got literally hundreds. Like you can see look how many comments. I got like over 200 comments, and like 90% of those comments were like black women attacking me about like they for some reason they thought that I was trying to like disrespect black women by posting a photo of me with a girl. I had no idea that I was gonna like get so much negative attention. You know, like they were really on me. Like they felt like, I don't know, like they just felt like disrespected that I posted a photo of me with like a non-black woman, and like they got like hundreds of like, I got hundreds of hate. Like
let's at the comments. Hold on.
You might have to zoom in some, but like it's yeah, I got like so much hatred, man, so much hatred. That's one. Look, some people like some passport bros were in that group.
They put Dr. Ubar right there.
Yeah. Like some guys were defending me because we had some fellow passport bros in that group, but some, like a lot of those ladies, like pretty much all the ladies. Look, someone say, "Hey, is that supposed to be a human girl?" And then you got some people they posting like stickers, like, "Oh man, like."
Then go to his profile. The contest is disturbing. You might as well dare me. I never saw the movie Mannequin its entirety, but I just kind of quick overview by glancing at his profile. Okay, they own you, bro.
Yeah, man. Like man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy how posting a happy photo of yourself with your girlfriend, your non-black girlfriend, in a black travel group. I'm black, right? Like, so I thought, hey, I'm traveling, but they say, nah, you don't be on in here posting photos with non-black women. It's a black travel group, but no interracial dating. No interracial dating. You gotta go to a black country only with black women. Even matter of fact, you can't even date non-black. You can't date black women who are not American. So you can only post photos if the black woman is American, and that's it. None of those like interracial dating. So it's crazy how much hatred we got in like these black travel groups, man. It's like I can't imagine like being around those types of people every day, like having to go to work and like you're surrounded by those types of people. Oh man, I gotta hide the fact that I went to Thailand this past week. I don't want them thinking I'm a passport bro and they're gonna ride me. Those girls gonna they gonna know like I was in Thailand having a great time with non-black women. So I have clients, man. Like Aaron, I got clients who like they have to hide the fact that they travel because they think it's gonna negatively affect their career in America. They're like, I don't want to publicize the fact that I'm a traveling black man because it could hurt my career or something like that. So y'all, for me, I don't have to worry about this kind of stuff. I can post whatever crazy photos, videos I want. I don't have to worry about losing my job or anything. Because for me, I do online English teaching. So I'm not connected to like this whole American cancel culture thing. So I recommend for you guys, don't stay in those kind of toxic places where people are trying to attack you for having freedom and like, experiencing things, man. Like get an online job and like, even online teaching, man. And you can escape those types of people.
Okay. We got one comment here that says we interact with other races when we travel. That's not what you're pushing. I took a Chinese girl. She puts you in quotation marks. I took a Chinese girl to Bangkok. It's just weird and attention seeking. However, if she likes being used, I love that for her. All right.
And they got so political correct, right? They try like, because like it's a YouTube title. Like for YouTube, I just got to make a title like, hey, I took a Chinese girl to Bangkok. I could say I took my girlfriend to Bangkok, but that's not going to get as many clicks. So it's like this whole political correctness thing. I think it's just a cover for like their hatred, Yeah.
She says these comments not going out. He hope LOL. I mean, we all kind of know that, they kind of look at us like they lie, like they like to control us. That's like the narrative of most black relationships in America. You kind of know how they look at us to a certain degree. They don't mind seeing it from the other side, from the other spectrum of them dating interracially, but they hate to see it from the other side. They really hate that shit. Like that shit is like kryptonite to them.
Yeah. I see someone in the comment section says Trey Poppy says, to be fair, it's their group, their rules. I don't know about like, I didn't have any moderators. First of all, if my post broke the rules in the group, then they shouldn't have approved my post. But I didn't have any moderators from the group reach out to me. It's like the people who attacked me was just like a bunch of random black women who like, I guess they don't want to look like there's someone who's saying like I'm rage baiting for page views. Like I'm not like simply posting a photo of like a mute like a non-black woman. Like they take that as I'm trying to like
let me read
bait.
That real quick, Daddy. Crypto Chick says, I'm not even a black American and I see through your BS. Like really, that was a rage post from you. So was you trying to kind of incite like was the group called like Black Travelers or something like that? Like were you trying to incite some anger amongst the community of that group?
I posted photos like I started posting on Facebook for this travel stuff like a couple years ago. So I would post like, hey, I'm in China. I would post photos of me and my girlfriend. And I didn't really have too much hatred. Like I was like, hey, I introduced myself. And in the post, I wrote something like, if you look at the post I wrote, I said, hey, for you guys who are looking to travel with your girlfriend or something, I made a YouTube video about it. I didn't say, hey, for you guys who are trying to escape from black women and, you know, you want to like, I don't know what they expect. I just made it. The video is kind of targeted at men who are like want to travel with their like, you know, their foreign girlfriend or something. So I didn't expect all the hatred, man.
Okay, so people were saying you knew what you was doing, bro. You know,
Nah, man. Really, y'all think I want that drama? Y'all think I'm that kind of guy, man?
All right. Yeah, that was a little. All right, so you know, we ain't gonna say this is all how the sisters think, but yeah, you know, a lot of them do.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I thought the post was pretty positive. Like BMT, scroll up really quick. Like scroll up and see the post. We can read what I wrote. I wrote, hey, for you guys who want to travel with girls, I dropped a video about how I took a Chinese girl on vacation to Bangkok. Go check it out on Flight Madness YouTube. That's all I wrote, and I got a photo of us smiling. And they say I'm rage baiting, like you see like a picture of a happy black man with his girlfriend, and like you get really angry about it. I think that's a problem with you. You know, I think that's a problem with you. You're the type of person who has some kind of emotional issues about this. Like I don't see how you could possibly get like, hey, like he's trying to. Danny, I think you're being naive where you're posting.
I got DJ posted. Danny, I think you're being naive where you're being posted at and knowing how certain black women be in those spaces.
I mean, guys, it's a black travel group. It's a travel group. Like that's a black. I didn't go into like a Kevin Samuels group. Like there are guys. Like there's a Kevin Samuels group on Facebook where people intentionally post photos like, hey, I got me a beautiful non-black woman and who's submissive. They make those kind of posts in that group because they're trying to like get some controversy. For me, I think, you know, I was just posting I was just trying to boost up the video. Like I was just like advertising the video.
Yeah, I owe you the comment section, bro.
Come on, y'all.
They say you knew what you was doing, Danny.
Look, I guess for me, I haven't been around black women in a long time, right? So for me, I guess I'm unfamiliar with like how so many black women. I mean, I know that they don't like it, but like I didn't expect it to be in this kind of environment, right? Like it's a black travel group. So you think the black people who travel are more open-minded, right? Like traveling is supposed to open your mind into different cultures and stuff. It's not supposed to like make you, you know, get like 1950s Jim Crow or something where you see like an interracial couple and you get angry. Like, what kind of traveler are you if you see like an interracial couple and you gotta like type like a hate comment? So look, y'all, I left America 10 years ago, back in 2014, man. Mm-hmm. And even then, I haven't like I went to university, so it's like I don't know. I don't hang around those types of black women who like have that kind of hatred. So I guess for you guys still in America, I guess you spend a lot of time around those types of women who like they have a lot of hatred. Like other it's like, you know, they're kind of bitter and spiteful. But for me, I don't hang around those types of women, so I'm just not used to it being around this type of hatred. But I guess a lot of you guys are, man.
Somebody said it was a pro-black travel group.
But what's that mean? The pro-black travel means that, okay, no interracial dating. Like, is that what it means? Like, if we got like a black travel group, I think the name of the group is like Black Travel Movement. So I didn't see any rules that said like, hey, you have to only post photos with black women, no interracial dating. I didn't see that in the rules, and my photo got approved. So it was like, whatever, man.
Okay, well, you know, it is what it is, man. You enjoying yourself, you're happy. You know, you're out there in Asia. You know, people, you know, people hate on that, man. They hate on that.
Yeah, I mean, look, people say, hatred gets a lot of engagement, y'all. So I probably got like a lot of people from that group looking at my video, because like I got so much hatred on it. I didn't intentionally post like a super white Chinese girl. Like she just has naturally white skin. I don't know. It's just like genetic. I didn't like, you know, I wasn't trying to.
She's like beyond white.
Yeah. I mean, but you know, it looks good on her. But yeah, it is what it is, man.
All right. Well, you know, I see it there, right there. Yeah, Danny living the life, family. He living the life.
Yeah, I can't relate to y'all guys who like y'all got to live in fear of like going into a black establishment with your non-black woman and getting hatred from the people in there. Like I don't live in that kind of world, guys. Like I live overseas where it's pretty free for the most part. Like I interracial date a lot, man. Pretty much Kazakhstan is the only place where like some local goons ran up on me for dancing with a girl. But even in Kazakhstan, I was walking around with girls. I was leaving the club with girls for the most part, and it's like I had no real serious issues besides a couple losers trying to fight me sometimes. But yeah, man, like over here in Asia, you don't have to worry about it. You can you guys need to get out of the matrix. Get that online teaching job that I'm recommending you, and get out of there, man.
Okay. Okay, man. All right. Somebody said she bleaches her skin. I don't know about that, fam.
No, it's natural, y'all. Like her skin is like just naturally white. And she has gigantic eyes. Like a lot of people say she has crazy person eyes, but it's just natural. Like she has big eyes and like white skin. She looks mixed, right? Like she doesn't really look Chinese. She just looks like kind of like a foreigner a little bit. She's just naturally like that. Oh yeah, we got James in the comment section, man. BMT, can you pull up James Lane? Like people will find any reason to be angry. So James, he did a consultation with me about English teaching, and James got 2 online teaching jobs. So James, like basically, I don't think James had no degree. He had no prior real teaching experience, and we were able to help James find 2 online teaching jobs. So for you guys who want to escape the matrix, man, get my quick start English teaching guide. I'll put the link. I'll send you the link, BMT. But basically, like you don't have to be around those types of people, guys. Like I've been overseas in Asia doing English teaching for the past 10 years, y'all, since like 2014. So I'm probably out of touch. I'm out of touch with like how much hatred is going on in America because I'm not affected by it. I'm not affected by it. So, but yeah, anyway. I sent you the link in the private chat, BMT, so guys can get that quick start English teaching guide. That way y'all can like get these remote jobs and you don't have to be around those types of, hateful people.
Right. Good point. All right. Well, guys, it's been another excellent show. I just dropped the link in the chat. All right. Been another great show. Also, I have another show lined up today coming on at 4 p.m. Eastern, guys. We're talking about Cape Verde. I got my brother Jay Focus coming on for an interview. He's been to Angola, and he does a lot of content in Cape Verde. That's like kind of like an island off the beaten path, right off of Africa. So, guys, definitely tune in a few hours. I think it's about 2-3 hours at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a great interview, man. I know a lot of guys. We talk about Thailand, Brazil, Colombia, but it's cool. It's cool to look at some of these countries off the beaten path. Then he goes to Kazakhstan. These different little countries, man, that just not known as much. You'd be surprised how dope some of these countries are. DJ Bro Bot, $10 super chat, man. I really appreciate that. He says, Danny, you're not listening. We are with you, but you are tone deaf on the backlash you got because Black people here are still going to be on your ass when it comes to Passport Bros, especially Black women. You kind of right?
I haven't had any backlash, guys, from like Passport. I walk around in Asia wearing Passport Bros t-shirt. Like when I go to the gym, it's like I don't have any backlash from it, y'all. I'm just outside of this world that some of y'all are in, where you're stuck in the matrix. Gotta hide the fact that you travel. Like, oh, I don't want them to think I'm a passport bro. Like, what are they gonna do to me? Like, the only thing they can do to me is like leave negative comments on my videos and my posts. But it's like if I say I'm a passport bro, I don't have to worry about any negative repercussions. For some of you guys at your workplace, you tell women you're a passport bro, they're going to start talking trash about you, maybe in front of your face or behind your back. For me, I don't have to worry about that.
Okay, and I appreciate the super chat, DJ Bro Bot. Travelmatic asks, on average, how much do you make a month with online teaching?
You can make a lot. Like, you can make at least like, if I'm teaching every day for like 4 to 6 hours a day, I can clear over 2K, maybe 3K a month and that's only working like maybe 4 hours a day, 4 to 6 hours a day, online. So, and there's many jobs. Like for me, I've been doing this for 10 years, guys. So I have work experience, so I can get higher salaries. But really, like the money you make, you can get started and you can be making enough money to like relocate to another country. So like get a job, even if your job pays like what? We were talking about this before last time, BMT. Like if you had a job that pays you $15 an hour, that's enough to live overseas, man. Like you can live overseas off that, like $15 an hour. You work a couple hours a day, 2 to 3 hours a day. That's enough to live comfortably overseas, and you're only working 2 to 3 hours a day, man. And you got like a pretty easy, comfortable job, man. So you can do pretty well. And English teaching is a stepping stone, guys. You don't have to live your whole life as an English teacher. One of the main things about English teaching is that it gets you overseas faster. So you can leave America faster and you can go someplace else. And then in your free time, you can like start a business, maybe start a YouTube channel. You can even educate yourself. Like maybe you want to educate yourself in your free time to like be able to do something else. Like a lot of guys want to learn tech. Tech is great, but it takes a while to get. A lot of guys, I think it takes them at least a couple years before they can get into tech. And even then, it's not easy to find remote jobs with tech. Like there are guys who spend thousands of dollars and years studying to get like a tech certification. And then a lot of tech companies, they aren't even offering remote jobs anymore. But you could have easily just started off doing English teaching, got overseas, and in your free time study tech and do like a job, get a job that way. So you could have just been overseas the entire time. You didn't have to wait 2 years studying for tech. And a lot of those jobs aren't even.
Quick question, Daddy. You said the minimum is about what, 2,000 to 4,000 a month. But these jobs also help you maintain a visa as well, right?
It depends. For online jobs, you don't really have to worry about visa. So for me, I work at a university in China. So my China visa is through my university. If I was just 100% online, I could just live in China on like a tourist visa, and I wouldn't have to really worry about that. And I prefer that. I prefer to just be able to live on like a tourist visa and not have to depend on my visa from my company. So one of the benefits of online is just like, you can go pretty much where you want, and like you don't have to worry about your employer being all in your business, being like, hey, what country are you in now? English teaching, man, like, download that Quick Start English Teaching Guide, man. BMT posted the link already, man. Now get it.
Okay, I'll assume I'll do with the final super chat. Says BMT, you plan on doing more interviews with other Passport Bros? Yeah, we do interviews all week, brother. Maybe we like on a weekly basis so we can hear more of a global perspective from bros. Yeah, we actually do a lot of interviews. All right, this is what this channel was based on during COVID. It was interviewing guys overseas and their other travels. All right. So once again, guys, it's been a great show. To next week, we out. Peace.
See ya.
Tune in at 4 p.m.